Hey guys, welcome to Cricket Fanatics magazine. This is another exclusive interview, and today I'm joined by Beuran Hendricks, and obviously really excited about this one. As always, I enjoy talking to him. Beuran, first and foremost, let's just start by welcoming you to the show. I mean, obviously you haven't been on the show before, so this is like your first time and it's debut. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me. At least I'm not a stranger to you. We've had a couple of interviews before, so yeah, it's good to chat to you again.
Yeah, awesome. So let's just start with what it's like to be back on the field again. Before we get into something special that you did this last week, let's just get into what it feels like to be back out in the middle again and playing at the highest level.
Yeah, it's a real good feeling. It's almost like your debut again. We started off in Durban, a little bit of jitters there. I've played a lot of games, but still felt that nerves that you didn't generally get on day one. But it was exciting, really good to be back playing competitive cricket. And hopefully the season just can continue without any hiccups.
Yeah. What is it about Durban that's so difficult for seamers? I mean, like a lot of seamers go there and they struggle.
They really do. Look, there's not much assistance for seamers. I think the general mindset there is you want to try and be on the economic side more than the wicket side. I think what the mistake we made as the Lions, we went there wanting to take wickets. As the bowling attack, we wanted to take 20 wickets, and that obviously backfired. And we didn't, sort of accomplish one thing that we set out to do against the Dolphins. But yeah, generally the seamers are not really going to get much. We saw that obviously Keshav came into the game. A lot of their spinners came into the game. And yeah, big ups to them to get the win there.
Now, let's move on to the big performance. I mean, obviously your career best, that must have ranked up as one of your best performances. Would you say so? Is that one of your best performances in the game, or do you have others that really stand out to you?
That I wouldn't say it's my best performance. There are a lot more that stand out for me, especially in red ball cricket. But this, to me, was a really special performance, I would say. Because over the past 2 years, there's been a bit of sort of lack of confidence. But thankfully, I mean, COVID was sort of like a blessing in disguise where a lot of hard work was put in. I had a lot of time to reflect, a lot of time to work on a lot of technical issues that I had. And I was so happy that, all those things that I worked on during the winter, came out during this game. I'm not going to say that it wasn't there in Durban, but like you just said, there's nothing for the seamers in Durban. But it really came out now at the Wanderers where, generally it was overcast that day. So, whatever swing was there, I exploited that. I felt I was bowling a little bit quicker. So yeah, a lot of hard work put out during the winter, which was really, really special to me, that it showed during this game.
Because I mean, the COVID situation, of course, I never got to speak to you about that yet. Because some guys speak to me and they tell me that they struggled mentally during the COVID period. Other guys said it was great for them to just step away from everything and get their mind ready and geared up for the new season. How did it affect you? Obviously, with regards to performances, I don't think it affected you much because you came back quite well and starting to the season. But for you personally, how did it affect you?
I saw it as an opportunity, to be honest. I don't think a lot of international players get the time that they had as they did now. 7 months off the field. You don't get that anymore in international cricket. And, I saw it as an opportunity to make sure that, like I said, I can work on those technical issues that I had. For me, being a swing bowler and not being able to swing the ball was a challenge. So I needed to really get that back into my arsenal. I needed to get stronger. I needed to get more aware of where my game is at and how I want to move forward. So I took that opportunity and spent months, working with Charl Langeveldt. Luckily he was in Cape Town, so I worked with him quite a bit. Spoke to the technical analyst with the Proteas. So a lot of insight and a lot of information that was given to me, and worked hard at all of that information, and hopefully I can just keep on reaping the rewards.
I mean, that it is a bit about you. I mean, hard work. You mentioned it. I think that is basically a testament of your career so far. When you look at your career, obviously, getting your first opportunity, obviously in the T20 game for South Africa, and then obviously in 2014, and then obviously going away for a while, and then 2017 again, and then away for a while, and then 2019 again. And obviously, you had the chance in the World Cup to be called up. I mean, we got each other in the visa line before you went to the World Cup. Unlucky it didn't work out for me. So, but with regards to obviously Test cricket, you had a small opportunity in Test cricket, not obviously getting that opportunities. After this performance, our fans are going to talk you up and say that they want you to be in that team. You have the capabilities for it. Obviously, they need left-arm seamers. Obviously need that in the country, and the variations that you bring and your abilities is really needed in any team. Before this season, for the franchise series I'm talking about now, because you obviously know you got the call up for the white ball stuff. Obviously part of the 24-man squad. And you've been in and around the white ball scene for the Proteas for quite some time. But I'm talking about now for red ball cricket, Test cricket. Was that one of the drivers before the series, saying like, look, I really want to push for a test spot? Is that something that you've pushed for and thought about before you went into the season?
Definitely. Test cricket has been my dream. Before white ball cricket, I remember making my debut for the Cobras in red ball cricket, and that's all I wanted to play. My mind wasn't even on white ball cricket. So Test cricket was definitely the place that I wanted to be. I got a taste of it now, against England, and moving forward, that's definitely what I'm going to strive for. I'm going to try and put the performances in that I need to make sure that my name is in lights to be in the next series, whether it be Sri Lanka, whether it be Pakistan. I need to put in the performances to make sure that my name is mentioned in those meetings and in those chats. As much as the fans will call your name, you still got to make sure that you're putting yourself in the best position to be at the highest level. And this is just a start. I know I really don't take one performance as a stepping stone to higher honors. I really want to make sure that it's a string of performances, knowing that I've got the confidence and that the coaches also and management have confidence in me to perform at that level.
I want to ask you, because you mentioned the name, you said Charl Langeveldt helped you a lot in Cape Town. I just want to get some insights from you on what he actually brings to you, because we know what an amazing bowler he was. And we hear a lot of stories from guys. You hear stories from guys that he's a great coach, but I never actually got an opportunity to speak to someone and break down what makes him such a great coach. Can you give us some insights into that?
Look, me and Charl go way back. I started my career with him while he was on the field. Fortunate enough to share the new ball with him, so he really understood me as a player. He understood what I wanted to achieve. He understood the way I was bowling and how he could sort of allow his experiences to come into my game as well. So, though spending that time with him over the years, he's not really a technical coach. He's more a mental coach. So he'll take what you have and make it better. That's the type of coach he is. So, he really forms good relationships with guys, I would say. For me, we have a really strong bond. And personally, like, he understands me, he understands my action, he understands the way I bowl. So, it's up to me to sort of take that step and make sure that I keep in contact with him, regardless of where I am in my game. And he'll try and assist me wherever I can, whether to get better or to get out of a slump or whatever it may be. So yeah, he's just an all-round good guy. He wants to see the best come out of you, and that's what I get out of him.
Awesome. So I've got a question from a fan. They messaged me to ask me that I must ask you this question. Jessica October is the name, and she wanted to know who inspires you the most. If it's not a cricketer, if it is a cricketer, let us know if it's a cricketer. But if it's also not a cricketer as well, let us know who inspires you the most.
My family inspires me the most. Starting from my mother, who's been there from the very beginning, obviously. My brother, who's in full support of what has happened over the past 11 years that I've been playing cricket. My wife, my young son, they inspire me to make sure that I keep going and keep striving for excellence. My goals do not change over the years, and I always make sure that I send them messages when there's a performance, when I'm called up to a national team or to a new tour. I make sure that they are the first people I contact, showing them that I'm thanking them for the support.
So I want you to leave an inspirational message to guys out there. If it's something that you can teach others that are going to probably go on the same journey as you, because it's most likely that a lot of players will. That it won't be just an easy ride for everybody. Some people get lucky and some people don't, and some people have to work harder to get into the side and some don't. Is there something from your career, a particular moment or a particular hurdle that you have to overcome, which you can draw from and then give that advice to someone else that is probably or might go through that same situation?
Yeah, the best advice I can give is, always be willing to learn. This game, it's got its challenges, and if you're not learning with the game, you're going to be at a standstill. You're gonna stagnate in your career. So whatever it may be that can make you a better cricketer, you've got to learn that. That's what I try and do every day. You never stop learning. So that's the best advice I can give. I think it's the most important advice in cricket, because like I said, this game has a lot of challenges, and if you're not learning, you're not going to move forward. So to move forward, you got to learn from everyone and everything that you experience day by day.
Now, with a quick focus on the England tour, England's obviously coming down here. What goals have you set yourself, and how are you mentally prepared? Are you feeling ahead of this tour?
No, I'm feeling really good. Like I said, a lot of prep has gone on behind the scenes. A lot of time spent on, analyzing where I am in my game, and I'm excited for what's to come. And a few tweaks here and there, once we start preparing, is really going to get me excited for the series. I think I've got to as well.
Okay, cool, awesome. That's perfect. Thanks a lot, Beuran, for coming on the show. I really enjoyed having a chat with you, and I'll speak to you again soon.
Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it.
Okay. See you, man.
That's